Okie dokie. All right, now let me screen share with you guys. Well, let me go ahead and get my presentation up to start the screen share. Okay, got that there. All right, so I'm gonna share my screen. Let's see. 720. Hey. I just thought I was about to start and have to send the recording out to somebody. At least somebody came. I'm like, nobody showing up tonight. Get my screen together over here. All right, so I waited till 7:25. Hey, I'm not sure who that is, but hey, whoever's here, say iPhone. So I don't know. But yeah, so I was going to begin about 7:25 and just go ahead and record it. Oh, hey, Bridget. Hey, girl. So Bridget, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm about to screen share. It looks like it may just be us tonight. Honey, I didn't know. Maybe somebody else might come in late. If not, if they don't, it's okay. But let me start screen sharing. How you doing, girl? How your week been? What weekend been? I don't know why I don't see it. There you go. Screen share. Now I can't see the chat. Zoom gotta be complicated. Okay, so you can see my screen, right? I just can't see the chat. I wonder why it's doing that. Okay, there you go. Make it bigger. Okay, good. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. If others hop on late, then that's fine. Okay. So, hey, this is the virtual workshop. So the purpose of this virtual workshop is to help entrepreneurs get acquainted with email marketing. It is very underused in the small business community, and it is very powerful. It is very, can you see the, okay. Oh, why does my screen do this? All right, so yes, back to what I was saying. Email marketing is a very powerful tool that is underused in our business community. So I personally use email marketing in my business, both of my businesses. And the perspective that I have on it is it's an asset to my business because of the many reasons that we'll go through. So the agenda today is we're going to go over what email marketing is, the benefits of it, ways to build your list. We're going to go over how to connect to your Clavio account and the Clavio breakdown. Do you have a shop? You have Shopify, don't you? Do you have a Shopify store? And then we're going to learn and create campaigns and sign up forms and go over Clavio. You starting one. Okay, good. Perfect. So this will be pretty straightforward. And if you have any questions, since it is us, you can definitely type it in the chat. I pulled the chat up so that I can see And if you have any questions, you can just go ahead and drop them in there. I do have, a question slide at the end, but if you have any along the way, just feel free to drop it in the chat. And then I'll stop, and be able to see it. So now don't do this. Oh, this time. What's this? All right. So I don't have to go over who I am because you know me. Anybody else that doesn't, when they see this recording, I am Janae. I'm from Columbia, South Carolina. I currently reside in Atlanta, Georgia. What you may not know now is I have a mentorship program and I have a consulting business where I actually work with individuals one-on-one and in group settings, and I help them learn to build and market profitable e-commerce stores. So enough about me. Let's get into what is email marketing. So it is a marketing strategy that is used to communicate with a group of people with similar interests, and it's used to build trust and ultimately continuously collect coins from your customers. So a few reasons why it's beneficial. I'm gonna go over a few of the reasons and then I'll show you a few examples. So generates leads. A lead is a potential customer. Drives conversions, which specific customer actions. It builds trust and credibility. It keeps you and your business on the top of your customers' mind. That is important when it comes to the psychology of marketing and the psychology of how customers buy. It builds excitement. It keeps customers informed directly, and it increases your sales. So those are a few beneficial reasons of email marketing. It is also beneficial in your customer's journey. Within knowing now, if you know about the buyer's journey, you do know that your customer goes down a funnel. So it is beneficial in a different stage of the buyer's journey. So it is beneficial in the consideration stage of the buyer's journey because your customer's already been aware of your business and they're considering to shop with you. And it's also beneficial as they continue to go down. If they've already purchased with you, it's beneficial to gain them back as another reoccurring customer. Because we don't want them to just shop with us one time and that's it. So a few ways to collect emails are called lead magnets. So a way, and I want you to understand I want you to relate it full circle. So think about it as the business owner and as the customer. And this makes it easier to make decisions in your business. So a lead magnet is a way to gather your potential customers' information in exchange for something of value that is given to them for free. So a few examples are a free sample. So say you have a lash line, or no, let's say you have a scrub line and you have 8-ounce scrubs and you want to do, hey, you want to give away some samples of your scrubs. So, as little testers, you can give them away for free. But you also want to be able to still contact that customer that you gave it to so that you'll be able to know how the product was. So you give them a free sample in exchange for the email address, and there you're building your list. You can do an ebook or a guide. If you sell scrubs, you can say how to properly apply the scrub. If you sell lashes, it is how to properly apply your lashes, or how to make, some people don't know how to put on the strip lashes really, and you can show them in a guide, and that'll be something that you use on social media to gain emails from potential customers. You can do a giveaway to your potential customers. So you can say, hey, you sign up right here, and you'll get a chance to win, whatever this product is or whatever it is that you have that you decide to give away. Sign up forms are also, this is a way, once a customer has reached your website. So once they're off of social media, they've reached the website, and say you still don't have their information, you want to find a way to collect it. Typically, we see the 10% off. Leave your email address for exclusives and get 10% off. So now we want to be able to think of different ways that would easily persuade someone to leave their email address. So a scratch off or a spin the wheel. You're more liable, if you think about it from the consumer perspective, you're more liable to give me your email address as a business owner because of the simple fact that it's an interactive little game, so it's like, it's interactive. You feel like that's something that you can instantly grab and use versus me giving you my email address for 10% off. I don't even know when you're going to send me the 10% off. So then newsletters, depending on what your company has or what your company offers, a lot of people utilize newsletters. If you think about Victoria's Secret, they basically are, it's a newsletter. They send you updates, or, the companies, they send you updates about things that's going on within their company. So those are all examples of lead magnets and ways to collect emails so that you can start building your list. Because as we know, once social media shut down, we need a way to still communicate with our customers outside of social media. So we're going to take a look at Nike. Nike is one of the first. I think I have two examples on here. Nike's one of the first. And if you see Nike, they have this, they make you feel as if, it's something special going on. Oh, you want my birthday? Okay, let me see. You're going to give me a discount on my birthday? So this is a sign up form, but they made it so it's not just a sign up and receive 10% off. They're like, okay, well, you give me your birthday, you can get something on your birthday. You're more inclined to give them your email address. And they also, this is important as well when it comes to segmentation, they also allow you to select your preference. So are you shopping? Are you a woman that's on our website, or are you a man? And that's going to help with them to directly speak with their audience in that such way. Because if I choose that I'm a man, they're going to send me things to my email that's catered towards men collection or things of that nature. So this is one sign up form. Another, this is the scratch off form. And this is on Fashion Nova's website. So you see on Fashion Nova, they have you scratch to reveal the mystery offer. And when you scratch it, it's 10% off. So you're more likely to give me your email address with something that I'm still only going to give you 10% off for, but it's just the delivery method, if that makes sense. So that I personally believe is one of the fastest ways, not fastest, but faster ways to build your list when it comes to sign up forms, because customers are just more inclined to give you their email address in this light. All right, so what and how to communicate with your audience. Seems simple, but we're going to talk about it. So what to communicate? Promotion, sales, of course, major events in your business. So new arrivals, if things are a new collection, just like we just talked about with the birthday, you can communicate that to a specific customer on their birthday. You can talk to them specifically, anyone whose birthday was in the month of January. Hey, y'all, so this is something you could communicate to them outside of what you sell. You can also communicate to them based on, their preference. So you can communicate if they're a female, male, if they go on your website and they are more inclined to buy if you offer products and services. You want to know that you can communicate to someone that's selling, that might not be the best. the best example. Let me give another example. Let me think of another example. We're just gonna stick with the gender. So we'll stick with the male, female. You can talk to the different audiences and you can communicate differently to them. So you'll be able to communicate like, hey girl, you know, versus talking to, you know, you're talking to a male. So you'll be able to communicate, you know, that. And any major updates, holidays. Specifically, definitely holidays. How to communicate to them. So this is the important aspect of it. There are two ways to communicate, and they're by campaigns, which are composed emails, and then you have flows. Flows are sets of automated emails based on a customer specific actions. Now, this is something that you set up prior in your online store. And the campaigns are the composed emails that you send. So now we're going to get into the actual setup and overview of Clavio. Clavio is the account that I will be going over today, and that is the email marketing platform. I personally use Clavio. I don't use Shopify email. There's no specific reason other than the fact that I can target my customers more with Klayvio. So it has way more detailed targeting options, and that is very beneficial. So the integration. Oh, that's good. Oh, well, the integration. So as you can see, Clavio integrates with multiple different accounts. Let me slow that down. BigCommerce, well, you will have Shopify, but anyone else, Eventbrite, that for events, Facebook advertising as well. MailChimp, that is another email marketing platform. So all of these are the integrations that you can integrate with your account. When you go to the integration, the only thing you have to do to connect your account is type in your store's name, go to your store's name, and then it's going to ask you your My Shopify to type in the full name, whatever .myshopify.com, and then it'll automatically integrate with your Shopify store. You can also integrate it through Shopify. When you go to Shopify, you can download the app and integrate it that way as well. And once you download the app, it'll automatically integrate, but you just have to go through, and I'll show it on the other slide, but you're going to have to go through and make sure that you have the collect emails checked. So the dashboard of Clavio is here. The objectives is what basically just little tidbits of information that they'll send you, random videos that'll help you along your way if you know nothing about email marketing or Clavio or their platform. The performance tab. The performance tab will show you an overall snapshot of, I hope you can see this pretty well. Okay, there we go. If not, the performance tab. So this is the dashboard. This is what the home screen will look like. And the objectives was the first tab. The performance is going to show you your overall snapshot of all of your channels. So it's going to have your Shopify store, as well as it's going to have this is a test. So right here may not show it, but this is the area that it's going to show up in. So it'll have your Shopify store total from overall time, and then it'll have the amount that contributed from Clavio itself, from your emails. And it'll also show you a snapshot of your campaign performances and your flow performances. So this is really just showing you an overall snapshot, a look of everything in total. Basically, it's calculating everything and showing you it, tallying up and showing it to you in total in one place. The analytics tab. So this tab, pause it right there, is where it has an overview of things. And this is still on the dashboard. Your analytics is going to show you your business health check, your business overview, campaign overviews, email overviews. What that is showing you all of your average numbers. So it's going to show you your average monthly open rate, your email open rate, your average click-through rate, your monthly average order value, your revenue per person. So it breaks it down into all of the different categories, and it's giving you an overview of all of those things tallied up. Again, like I said, tallied up is an average order of all of those combined. So that's a drag and drop section, and you can drag and drop these sections here where it says average monthly click rate. You can drag and drop those, and it's you can, that's just for you to personalize it so that you can see it all in one space. Now, let me make sure I covered everything. So, and the analytics tab. So this is the dashboard analytics tab, and this is the side view analytics tab. The side view analytics tab will show you your website metrics, and this is where it gets more detailed. So the dashboard, I'm sorry, is the average overview, and the analytics is the detailed version. So the list and segments, these are lists that come already that Clavio put together. The potential purchaser is someone who has viewed a product at least once in the last 30 days, or they've clicked an email, or they have been active on your website. So those are three of the different categories that can put someone in that list, potential purchaser. The repeat buyers, of course, tells itself, anyone who's purchased more than once. VIP customers are customers who have ordered more than 5 times. The win back opportunity are anyone that has placed the order with you at least once, but they haven't ordered within the last 180 days. And so that is just the generalized listing segment that they automatically break down for you. And you can go in and change the actions of those as well. So if you want your VIP to be someone who's purchased with you more than 10 times, you can change that. And we'll talk about that in a few. So the activity feed will show you the real life metrics of what's going on in the moment. This is the person that has clicked on or has opened the email, and it's going to show you the date and the time. Like I said, these are tests. These are not real people. Just so I don't share personal information. So you can go, you can click, you can change it, and it's going to, you can change the metrics to look at someone who maybe just opened the email or has been active on your site within the last day. You can click on it and change it, and it'll automate a list for you. It'll show you the person's name, and it'll tell you exactly the action that they took, if they opened it, if they clicked on the link, and the dates and times. All right, so segmentation. Email segmentation, as I talked about before, is dividing your email subscribers into smaller categories based on the particular actions they may have taken. So, you know, you got people who come to your site, they sign up, they're on the sign up form. You got people who purchase from you. All of these people, you need to segment them into different audiences. This is how you will generate the most money. The benefits of segmentation: the target specific people to yield greater results, like I just said, send relevant content to specific groups that we already talked about, and to send your audience further down your sales funnel. So I talked of the example Target and Fenty Beauty. Target, if you have been a customer, if you've been shopping with them for years, if you think about it on the business, the storefront aspect, I'm sorry. If you've been a customer with Target for years, you go in and out of their store, you shop with them all the time. You're used to what they have, you're accustomed. You may even be on like their app and you may be using their loyalty system. So they're going to talk to a customer like you, different than someone who it might be their first time visiting Target ever. They're going to talk to you differently, just like someone who has been rocking with Rihanna and Fenty Beauty. She's going to talk to her, say whatever she just released, she's going to talk to someone who has never shopped with her before, completely different. So the ways to segment your audience, you can segment them based on website data. So any specific, if they view the item, you'll see the video in a minute of the examples. They viewed the item, if they didn't purchase an item, if they added an item to their cart. So if they've already purchased with you, their buying behaviors, you can segment your audience based on something that they have done as well. If they bought a specific collection of an item and you want to reach back out to those people, you can do that as well. Specific product purchased, the location, if you want to talk to someone that's in a different state, if you want to talk to someone that is in a different city or on a different time zone, because we are on different time zones, you can talk to your different customers, especially in the e-commerce world. An email that I might send to some customers who live on this side, South Carolina, North Carolina, Atlanta, that side, versus someone who's in LA, they're on a totally different time zone. So you can segment and talk to them differently. And referral domain, let me go back to that. That's important. Referral domain, you can speak with however a person got to your site. So if they were referred through a specific link and you know you set that link up through whatever, then you can directly talk to that person and you'll know exactly where they came from. So then you'll know where to continuously push your marketing efforts. So this is actually creating your list in Clavio and your segments. On this left-hand side here, you're going to see the list and segment section. And when you click on it, you'll just see this. I believe it might have skipped it here, right here. So it gives you the option to create a list on the side, which is you can paste a spreadsheet. So if you have an email list already through another platform, then you can take your list, you can import it into Clavio, or you can create segments that we just directly talked about. So we're going to talk about the segment. You name whatever it is you want it to be. Here's the definitions and how you, let me zoom in, how you specifically talk to the people. So it's definition and select a condition. And this is what someone has or has not done, the properties about someone. Let me go ahead and play because I don't remember if I clicked something or not. So what they have or have not done, if they are or aren't on the list, if they've consented to your SMS. All right, so here, I'm gonna pause it. So what someone has done or has not. So you see dropped email, opened the email. You could send someone who's opened an email, who received an SMS from you, who unsubscribed. If you want to reach back out to those people, you can reach back out to those people. Anyone who's been active on your site, has viewed a product, canceled an order, checkout, started checkout. This is where you get into the specifics of the actions of creating your list. So, and this is where you see someone has done at least once. If is greater than, is less than, is at most. overall times in the last week. This is where you choose your time frame. So say I want someone who ordered a product from me at least once in the last 30 days. And you click create your segment, and it's going to automatically populate that list for you. Okay, yeah, I didn't show it because I didn't want it to show up. It's going to automatically populate the list for you. And you can create these segments all throughout your website. Does that make sense? We have any questions? We got any questions? Let me put my computer up. You got any questions so far? All right. All right. Okay, so creating an email campaign. So on the left-hand side, you will go to where you see campaigns over here highlighted, and you just click create campaign. It's going to pop up this window, email. You create, you select it. Type in your name, you select your recipient list, who you're going to send it to. This is where your list and your segments come into place, because then you just directly choose who exactly you want to send this to. Here is asking you if you want to skip recently emailed profiles. And you can change your hours here. This is important because when you set up your email automations, they will automatically send customers emails based on their actions. So if you just decide to send an email on a Wednesday and someone was on your website and it's an automated email that's going out to them on that same day, basically it's asking you, do you still want to send this customer an email even though you are already about to, even though they've already received the email from you within these last few hours? So if you want to skip those profiles, you cut that button on, and you always want to cut your tracking on with your email so that you can read your analytics. You'll be able to see all of your analytics. So your subject line is first the campaign content here, and then you have the preview text. And that is the second line that you see on an email. You have the sender name and your sender email address. This is going to be the emails the address that your customers reply to. So if they reply, it's going to come back to that email address, not to Clavio. So I have mine set up, you see it support@thejanaew.com. It's going to come back to that email address. So if any customers respond, they have drag and drop features. So they basically have a gallery already set up of email campaigns that you can go in and put your own color scheme, put your own logo, put your own graphics in. And they're already set up emails. This is just going through, showing you the templates that are pre-designed. One thing to note, though, is with designing these, the mobile and the desktop will look different. So here are the basic design. So this is just set up if you don't want to use their pre-designed templates. You have to actually go in and delete those images. So if you want to just start from scratch and not have to go and replace them, you can do the basic designs, and it's going to show you the layout of the emails. And of course, all of them are editable templates. So you go in, you can click add your picture. So on the left-hand side, you're going to see blocks, styles, preview. This is where all of this is what can be drag and drop into the right-hand side. The split is going to add a split with 2 columns here. And on this left-hand side is where you will actually go in and edit everything. So the columns I'll show you one second. The drag and drop feature, when you add your button, you're going to drag and drop the button and it's going to open it. So once you drag and drop it, it'll open another section on the side, and this is where you edit everything. So here you'll put your text, to say button text, and then link URL. So everything is basically like, you know, explanatory, self-explanatory, with the drag and drop feature. And so once you put your link URL in there, then you have your button, you're ready to go. You can add text, image, the split, a button, a table, all of those. I don't think I'm going to add all of them in the preview, but this is where you add your products. So when you add your products, on the left-hand side, it's going to say populate from feed or select from category. I'm sorry, catalog. You can select from a feed on your website, and it'll just automatically choose for you, or you can go in and handpick which is select from your catalog. And down here, you see it says layout. So this is where you choose rows, columns, the height, all of that. The button text is on that. And this is under the block section. Now, when you want to get into changing the actual color of the buttons, then you have to go from the block to the block style. And I believe I'm going to show that in a second. So this is the block style, and this is where you change your font, your text font, your color of the font. If you know your hex code from whatever your brand colors are, this is where you would insert it here. Mobile. So when I said it is important with the mobile and desktop, so on Clavio, they give you two different views. Stack on mobile, you always want to, if you have any products, you want to choose stack on mobile. Yes, because let me continue. When it shows on the mobile side of things, it will show them side by side. If you change it to yes, then it's going to show it all up and down. So when it's on no, it's going to show however many rows you want and however many rows you have side by side. Change your font and you make sure you save it. So you add your social links, you just drag and drop, and you just insert your link URL. You do the same thing when it comes to that. The header. So with the email, creating the email campaigns, it is important to know how to insert banners to always have a banner when it comes to your automated emails, so that your customers know exactly who it's coming from, and it just gives it a feel of your brand. This is when it comes to, creating your flows. When it comes to your actual regular campaigns, that is personally up to you. It's all personally up to you, but it all depends, with whatever it is that you have going on, whether you want to start it with a header or a product, or but those banners are definitely okay. Wait, I don't know what this just went to. So this is if you want your logo stacked in line, link buttons only, or you want your logo centered. It gives you the option to choose the layout with the link bar header, and you customize it on the side just like you do all the rest. You put the link URL, your text, you can change your background color, all of that over there in that one location. And make sure that it's always visible on the desktop and mobile. Okay, so, oh wait, no. Yeah, so when you get back to this view, this is just gonna make sure you look at both. You can also preview your email before you send it as well. So before you send your campaign, it's going to show you all of these things, and most of the time it should be checked. If you don't change something on the email, you might see an X on the left hand side. So it's going to show exactly who you're sending it to. And this is just a double check to make sure you have everything. Like I said, right here, you can view the preview of the email. And I believe I'm going to do that. See where it says possible email content issues. So it's saying one block that they have was unmodified. It's just alerting you saying, hey, before you send this, email, you might want to change something, but most of the time you don't see that. And when you click view preview, it's going to take you exactly to the preview. You can exit it, go back. The tracking we talked about, because that's what's going to track your clicks. So make sure your tracking is always on so that your analytics are right. Now you can schedule or you can send instantly campaigns. I personally recommend scheduling out your campaigns if you know whatever it is that's going to be going on in your business that week, then having your campaign scheduled to be sent out throughout the week, at least 3 emails a week. And you can choose your time slot. And when we talked about location, before that, you can gradually send your emails over time, over several hours. So if you just want to send it and it'll just gradually send it to people, if it's not in a rush, it'll send it throughout the day and break it up. When we talked about location, there's a way for you to, when you select the time, it's going to ask you, do you want to send it in the recipient's time zone or do you want to send it in your time zone? And you can choose that option as well. Okay. So now the sign up form. So on the dashboard, on the left-hand side, we have went over the campaigns. The sign up form is, okay, so the email templates, when you go into the campaigns and you actually create your campaign, you can save those templates. Say you have something nice, just like the pre-made templates that you want to have, you want to just automatically go in and edit. You can save those templates as your own templates, and it'll just save it to your email templates. The sign up form, you create and integrate through your store, and being that you've already connected your store, all you have to do is create the form. So here is going to give you the option, do you want to pop up a fly out or do you want to embedded sign up form in your store? The device, desktop, mobile, and then the goals. So I did want to talk about this because when it comes to email marketing, creating goals for your campaigns are important, as well as creating goals for your sign up forms. So being that in the beginning, we talked about everything that the sign up form, that, the different lead magnets and everything. So there are different goals that you want to have, because every email that you're seeing, you're not hoping to make money from. So you should have your emails broken down into realistic goals for yourself, whether you are, building customer relationships, or whether you are trying to make a sale, or whether you are building anticipation for a sale. There are different goals for campaigns. So just as well as sign up forms. And when you want to collect emails and numbers, if you have a text list, if you want to create a sign up form for an announcement, you can do that as well. So here are some of the different sign up forms that Clavio already have that are already created for you, and you just go in, swap out the text, swap out the images. And so you see subscribe for coupon, a contest, free shipping, new product drop, a discount. Let's be friends. The multi-step email and birthday. So that's a 2-step one where you put your email in first and then you put your birthday in afterward. So regardless if someone didn't want to give you their phone number, you still have their email address. Black Friday, join the gift reward club. So they have so many, the list goes on and on and on. I'm going to choose one and just basically show you exactly how to do it in your store. Customize it for your store. So when you choose one, it's going to show you the categories, you'll name it, and you're going to actually choose what list it is that you want to send these customers to. So whatever, if you have a newsletter and you want to send them to that specific list and segment, then you list or segment, then that's where you put that at. And it's going to come up and design just like the email campaigns on the left-hand side. You're going to have all of your elements, and you're just going to go and you're going to actually was screen recording this while I was trying to, I was creating it and screen recording it for the class. So I'll probably do a lot of choppy text, and we're going to skip through some of this. But you create and you put whatever it is you want to there. All of your settings are here at the top when it comes to your changing the font, and the block styles are down here. Your background color and your hex code is here. So one thing I do want to point out about a sign-up form, when you are creating your sign-up form, make sure underneath, so on the second line down here where it says contest ends, you want to make sure that you are telling your customer, giving them a time frame specifically, because like I said, if it's something that they're signing up for, you want to make sure that they know that they get it instantly and not have to wait for it, because then you are more than likely to not get their email if they don't know. Down there, you can choose your options. I'm going to show you where you can select and put the different options. You see it says radio buttons in. You can, this is the drag and drop feature that you can drag and drop. That's how they had the male or female on the Nike website. And you can change those labels and values on the side over here. Okay, so you can add the phone number, you can add text input. All of these are drag and drop features that are on this left-hand side. The radio button was what we were just talking about with the male and female. Why did it go back? Oh, it didn't. I went forward. So yeah, this is the button. Same features, same everything on the left-hand side. Go through, you can put, change, whatever you like, the font. And it's important to make sure you do know your brand font. If you have a brand font, to try to stick as close to your brand font as possible when creating your forms and sending your campaign, just to have one central thought. So then under the blocks, when you go from the blocks, now you're going to the styles. This is how the form is positioned on your website. So if you wanted to fly out on the left-hand side, right-hand side, you choose this here, dock at the bottom. On the mobile fly out, you're going to choose on the left-hand side here. Whether you want it to be a side image, right image, the colors you can change again on this side. And this is under the style. So you see the background just blurred out when you do the mobile overlay. And so all of this is the aesthetic. So then you get into the behavior. which is very important when it comes to the forms, because you want to actually stop and think. A lot of times when you go on a website, the first thing you see is a pop-up form that can be irritating. You don't want a pop-up form popping up in the first 2 seconds when a person comes to your site. So do you want it to immediately load on the page, or do you want it to be a loading delay? That's going to be changed under behaviors. And you can make the delay show when someone is exiting the page before they exit. They can see it after they scroll a percentage of the page, or after the page loads a percentage. And you can change that percentage right here on the left-hand side. And also, don't show again. That's important as well, because if you have your returning customers who've already signed up for your form, you want to make sure that you don't show this message to them again. You can say after however many days you choose, say 30 days, just in case that customer unsubscribed or something might have happened and you need to get their information back. But you don't want a visitor continuously seeing your pop-up that's already subscribed. And underneath targeting, it says by visitor, or don't show. I'm trying to pause it. There we go. Show to all visitors. Don't show to existing Clavio profiles. That means if you already have this person's information, don't show it to that person who you have their profile for, so that it won't do the same thing. And you can target to show it to people by location or by URL as well. You can add a step. So if you add a step, if you want to get their email list, and like I said, the 2-step, if you want to add a step and you want to get their phone number, you can click add a step and it'll ask you what you want to add, but you can also just drag and drop the phone number into that 1 step if you want to. When it comes to this, you want to try to keep it as seamless as possible. Seamless as possible. The least amount of work for your customer to get the job done. This is where you edit the thank you side of your form, whatever it is you want them to see on the thank you end after they have given you their email address. You can also add an image, and all of the drag and drop features on the side you can add to your pop-up forms as well, if you wanted to customize it in that way. And I believe this is just going through that. Okay, so once you create your pop-up form and you have it exactly how you want it, all of your flyout, if you can change the flyout as well, the type, you can change that. You have it exactly how you want it on your website. Then you'll change it from draft, you click publish, go from draft to live, and it will automatically, I'm pretty sure I did it on here, but I don't know for sure. It will automatically populate to your store. So as long as you see, it says, as long as your code snippet has been installed, as long as you've integrated your store properly, it will automatically integrate to your Shopify store, the sign-up form itself. Questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Okay, good. I was gonna say, if you can think of any questions, you definitely can let me know. I'm gonna stop the recording after this, but let me make sure there is nothing else that I need to say when it comes to, so do you feel like you'll be able to go in and maneuver the platform easily? Okay. Okay, well, I'm gonna stop the recording and then I'm gonna talk because it's a live workshop. So I do want to. Let's see why it's not working.